first time I beat the drum in this very classroom, a puff of smoke came flying out of the drum, and I was mugged by the spirit of this drum. My life took a left turn right there when I was 17 years old.
Growing up on, American pop music mostly, I didn't even know anything like this existed, and so when I came in here and I heard this stuff, it just blew me away.
I remember this moment when we were playing Gahon and I was struggling, and I shot him this look like, is this it? And he gave me a nod, and my whole body relaxed, and it was okay. I was playing it right. Just getting a nod from Adzenyah was really memorable.
West African drumming has been one of the most important parts of our music department since its inception, since the beginning of our world music program in the 1960s. And Abraham Adzenyah has been the pillar of the world music program, being here for so many decades and training so many of our students.
The West African program, the Javanese, the South Indian music, all of the world musics they have offer a practical, hands-on, experiential insight into different cultures of the world, which you can't get from reading about it, but you can get an insight into a culture by playing the music of that culture.
You wonder what role something like, West African drum and Ghanaian music plays in a liberal arts education. I work for NPR, I produce programs, and when I left Wesleyan, my first job was editing interviews for Morning Edition and All Things Considered. And what I realized later on was that there is a real rhythm to an interview. No one could have ever predicted, that, okay, some kid's going to come in here and sit in Abraham's class and is going to go on to edit programs for NPR and is going to take something away from West African drumming for that. And that's really the point. That's why it's, why it's so great to have it as part of a liberal arts education, because you never know what someone's going to take away from it.
The dialogue,
Abraham Adzenyah has been such a valued colleague within our music department. He had such breadth and depth of experience, and it's just a pleasure to have him around and for him to be offering the kinds of expertise that he does.
The beauty of his artistry, the sound that he could make on the drums, as well as the dignity and pride and seriousness with which he taught. You knew that you were doing something important.
Abraham Adzenyah is a great teacher. He teaches music from a culture that is familiar to us in one way here as American students, because all of our music is an outgrowth of traditional West African music. All of our pop music, the music is learned in West Africa in a completely different way from how it's learned here. Abraham figured out how to communicate a completely different language of music to American students in a way that we could understand, appreciate, get excited about, and actually accomplish, actually drum and sing and dance the music of a different culture. And we felt the spirit that was inside that music, and he made it accessible to us, which was the genius of his teaching.